Legend of
Slender Man.
According to the legend, Slender Man can stretch or shorten his arms at will and has tentacle-like appendages protruding from his back. His presence can cause memory loss, insomnia, paranoia, nosebleeds, and coughing fits.
Whenever the Slender Man appears, children are abducted. They say he lures them into the woods, then controls their mind and forces them to walk into his outstretched arms. They are never seen again.
A series of wickets were found in Germany. They date back to the 16th century and feature a tall man with no face, named Der Gromen.
According to the inscriptions, he is a mythical creature who lives in the Black Forest and creeps out of the woods at night to spirit away bad children.
An old German journal, dated 1702, contains a chilling account.
My child, my Lars, he is gone, taken from his bed. All that was left was a scrap of black clothing. Lars came running into my bedroom yesterday, screaming at the top of his lungs. The tall man is outside. He cried. When I asked him what he was talking about, he told me about Der Gromen. He said he went into the groves by our village and found one of my cows dead. Its carcass was hanging from a tree. I thought nothing of it at first, but now, my poor Lars is gone. We must find him and leave this place before we are killed. I am sorry, my son. I should have listened to you. May God forgive me.
Another account was found in a book of collected folklore concerning supernatural creatures. When I was younger, a cousin of mine came to live with us. He was older than me and my sisters, maybe 16 or 17. We were the only family he had left in the world. He was the worst liar you'd ever meet. Anything he'd tell you was a lie. I liked him all right. We slept in a loft during the summer because it was cooler up there, me and him, and in the winters we slept on the floor closer to the stove. My sisters had their own room.
No, says John. I heard it before I waked you up. It's like footsteps, like someone's walking up there. I wasn't taking no truck with that. I told you he was the awfulest liar. So I went back to sleep. But the next day, my cousin tried to tell Pap about it, and Pap wasn't having no truck with it, either.
But one night later on, while we was all having supper, Pap sent out my youngest sister to fetch water from the pump we had in the back. After a while we heard Lily scream, and it was Ma who got up first, and then Pap. The rest of us stayed at the table because we was like to get in trouble if Lily was hurt, and we was there to gloat.
Soon enough, though, we heard Pap and Ma shouting too, so me and John went out to see if they needed our help. All they had was the water pail Lily carried out, and there wasn't no other sign of her. At first I didn't understand what was going on, with both Ma and Pap shouting, and by that time my other sisters come out, and they started crying, and my cousin was just standing there in the yard looking off towards something. It's the man walking yonder, he yells, and he's pointing out across the field. No one's listening to him but me, and he keeps saying it. It's the man walking yonder. It's the man walking yonder.
You already know it was supper time, so you know the sun was setting, and it was hard to see. But when I looked out over that field at the back of the house, the whole thing was lit up orange, and there was a row of big black trees that was the edge of the woods, you know, and I swear to you that I saw one of them trees moving, like a man walking away. But it couldn't have been a man, 'cause there ain't no men that tall and skinny.
Papa seen it, too, I think. He took us inside and locked all the doors, and he made us keep still while he got out his rifle. We waited like that all night, Ma crying the whole time. When the sun come up, we took a wagon into town and told folks what happened, though as I recall, nothing much came of it. John ran off a few weeks later, and we got a new house closer to the mill where Papa worked. I still can't manage to look at trees during sunset though, especially not on windy days when they all move back and forth, like a man walking away.